Okay. So very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Gaurav Tripathi, and I welcome everyone to the 89 Toastmasters session of Radisys SoundBytes Club. In our Toastmaster sessions, we follow some ground rules. So rule number 1, please mute yourself when you are not actively speaking. Rule number 2, please be mindful when you are talking about sex, religion, and politics. And I feel rule number 3 is not required because everyone is on the video. So rule number 3 is please be on the video so that we can make it an interactive session and you can support the speakers. As we all know, a life without a mission has no defined destination, right? On the same line, every Toastmaster club has a mission. So the mission of our Toastmaster club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member gets the opportunity to develop their communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Before starting our today's session, I would like to mention a story which I read some days back. So as we all know about the Makar Sankranti festival, right? So in that festival, like in different places, it is celebrated in different ways. But a common thing we all might know, which is kite flying. So in many places it is celebrated. So there was once there was a father who was teaching his son the kite flying. So they were enjoying kite flying. The kite went up. The child was very happy. So it was a fun exercise for them. During that, the father asked one question to the child. He said, "Son, what do you think? Like how this kite is flying upwards? What do you think? What is the major factor which is helping it to go high?" So kid started thinking. As we all know, kids are very creative, right? So he said, "Father, it's wind." Father said, "You are right, but is it really the wind? Wind also helps it, but is it really the wind?" Father, he thought, let me show him a demo. He asked the kid to hold the kite and just throw in the sky. What happened? Kite went up, but after some time it came down. Then father said, "It's not the wind." Then the kid was very puzzled. So he said, "Father, please tell me, what is it?" He was very eager to learn it. Then the father said, "It is the pull of a string. Because when we pull it in the right direction, in the proper fashion, our kite goes high. It goes very high, right?" With that, father says, the same thing happens when we apply self-discipline in our life. Many of us think about self-discipline is like a restriction or a foundation, right? Or a burden. It feels like a burden. But when we apply it in a proper fashion, if we think the positive side of it, it helps us to grow high and high in our life. In our Toastmaster club, we also follow some discipline. And that discipline is meeting twice in a month, every Wednesday, like alternate Wednesday, twice in a month, 1:30 to 3 p.m. in our club meetings. And these club meetings help members to work on their prepared speeches, work on their impromptu skills, and learn from the feedbacks, what they receive from our general evaluator and the tag team. So I believe all the members of our club will utilize this opportunity and apply this self-discipline and join these meetings so that they can grow beyond the imagination in their life. So with this, I would like to start our today's session. In our today's meeting, we have our area director, District 92 Division of Area F3 Director with us. She is a talented Kathak dancer. She loves singing and is a voracious reader. An aspiring writer, draws inspiration from life and can talk about any topic under the sun. She is a passionate Toastmaster since 2019, served the club in various capacities and was president for 2 terms. She is a postgraduate in commerce a passionate teacher, started her career as a lecturer in commerce and currently a risk and compliance manager in ENZ. So please welcome Toastmaster Rohini Naik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Can you all hear me all right?
Yeah.
It's lovely to be here. I know you meet only once a fortnight, and that's why it becomes imperative that I have to take my time out and be here. I'm glad to do that. If you really want me to address, I think the main reason for my today's visit is after the installation is to do a club visit and submit a report about what is working really well for us, and if there is something that you're looking for, any kind of a support that you would want from me in the area, the district, and from the division and the district, you may tell me that. So I'll be a silent observer in today's session, and let's see how that goes. And Gaurav, you may report any kind of support that you are looking for. Okay, quite keen to understand the table topics marathon that we're going to have today.
Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Rohini. Okay, about today's session. In this session, we have planned a table topic marathon. What table topic is and how those things, how things will work in that, those will be explained by our table topic master. But before to that, I would like to introduce our tag team, the timer, our counter, and grammarian, who will be helping the participants with their evaluation criteria. So first of all, I would like to call our timer of the day, Toastmaster Chitra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. Friends and guests, as a timer, my role is to remind all the speakers of how much time they spent on their speech so that the meeting is run on time and their speech is effective. Now, since we have only table topics today, the general timing for table topic is 1 to 2 minutes. So your speech is qualified when you cross 1 minute mark. So at 1 minute, I will be showing green card, something like, so if the speaker may choose to pin my screen. So I will be changing my background to green at 1 minute, to yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes 30 seconds, the 30 seconds is the grace period, you will be disqualified or your speech will be disqualified. So I will be holding up the red card till 2 minutes 30 seconds. Since there are no other speeches today, so these are the only timing rules. I will be back with my report when called upon. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitra. I would like to call our counter for the day now. Toastmaster Aishwarya, could you please explain your role?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aishwarya and I will be the R counter for today. My role as R counter is to note and keep track of words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks during the meeting. The use of inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, like, you know, as well as sounds like will be met with an audible click, or in this case, I will note any uses of the crutch or filler words that have been mentioned. Back to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Now, I would like to call the grammarian of the day. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Vikas. Vikas, could you please explain your roles and responsibilities?
Yeah, good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster. And as a grammarian today, I will listen the session carefully, and I will note any improper use or misuse of language such as incomplete sentences or incorrect grammar. Other than this, I will present a word of the day for the session, which I will urge to all the participants to use as frequently as they could during your participation. And I will note how often that word is used by each participant So let me share my screen to present the day bird of the day. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's visible.
For today's session, I have choose this bird assimilate for bird of the day. It is a verb, and it has meaning like that: take in and understand fully. For example, we can use it as manager try to assimilate the week's event, or we can say I find it easier to assimilate new information when it presented visually. We can use it in some other ways, like pop trends are assimilated into the mainstream with alarming speed. We can also use it like that: the sugar in the fruits are readily assimilated by the body. I think all of you has got the idea of this word, and I urged all of you to use it as much you can do during your speech. And at the end of the session, I will come back with my report. And that's all. Thank you. And back to you, Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas, for explaining the roles and responsibilities of grammarian and sharing the word of the day. I believe all of us have assimilated the gist of the word and will use it in our today's meeting. Now, to start with our today's meeting, I would like to start with our main segment, which is table topics. I would like to call our table topic master of the day. Our table topic master is someone who loves traveling. He believes in the policy of live and let live. He tries not to overthink, and he believes overthinking causes unnecessary anxiety. But I think in his today's session, we all have to do a lot of overthinking. So please put your hands together to welcome table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Sharath.
A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, and thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for the wonderful introduction. Am I clearly audible? Okay, so I'm going to be the table topic master of the day, and today it's going to be a table topics marathon. And as I can see, all of us can participate in table topics easily today. So when I ask for people to volunteer, please do come forward actively. All right, so with that, let me share my screen first before I explain on how I have planned the table topics for the day. Okay, can someone confirm if the screen is visible? Okay, great. So let me try putting it in presentation. All right. So I guess I'll not prefer presentation mode. This is better. Okay. So this is something called as elevator pitch. So today's table topic segment is based on elevator pitch. How many of you have heard of this term elevator pitch? Okay, just to give you a simple explanation on what elevator pitch is. This is the concept where, let's say, you meet a famous personality or a person who's of high importance in an elevator. And as you know, if you enter the elevator, before the person gets out to the ground floor or any other floor, you will hardly have, if you're lucky, 1 minute to 2 minutes of time. So this time you can utilize to either impress the person, or you can try to sell your product, or even close a deal. Excuse me. Or even if you want, you can close an important deal with the person. So that is the importance of elevator pitch. And to add to the importance here, just like table topics, in elevators, you hardly get a minute, sometimes even less than that, before the person walks out of the elevator. So within that time, you need to impress the person to get your work done, or sell your product, or whatever it is, right? So that's the concept of elevator pitch. As you can see here in the image, the person is trying to sell something or close a deal, and then the deal gets closed before the elevator reaches the floor. So this is the concept of today's table topic segment. I hope this is very clear, and I have assimilated this to all the participants here. Just to give you an example, I have a sample elevator here. So let's say this is the elevator you choose. So basically you have to choose, I have 10 elevators that you can choose from. You have to just choose an elevator number. So let's say this is the elevator you get. So as a sample, I can show you. So inside the elevator, you have Sri Narendra Modi ji, and then you have to convince him to make you his personal advisor, right? So something like this. So it's going to be very interesting. So now I hope it is clear. I would like to now request for volunteers if you can unmute and speak up if you would like to go first.
I can go first because I think I'm the only non-role taker here. Let's start.
Okay, Rohini, right? Rohini said that. Yeah, okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for taking the first step. Can you choose an elevator number from elevator 1 to 10?
I'll go with number 8.
Number 8. All right. So this is elevator number 8. So this is Mr. Anurag Thakur. So those who don't know who Anurag Thakur is, he is our sports minister, central sports minister. So you have your elevator pitch to impress Anurag Thakur to make you the Indian flag bearer for Olympics the next time. So you need to impress him to make you the flag bearer for Indian team for the Olympics. Over to you, Rohini. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shalak. Good afternoon, Mr. Anurag. It's such a lovely thing that I got you in the elevator. Well, I have been doing a lot of thinking about, I've only done all my life is to talk about anything that I'm passionate about. But my current fetish is for kids to develop their sports and athletic ability in our country. For a long time, we've only been investing in our kids to become engineers and doctors, and no parent has actually pitched for their kids to become athletes. So I think I would be the best person, given that I can convince anybody in the world, any parent in this Indian subcontinent, to become athletes and sports person. And that's why I urge you actually to give me this position where you will have at least one sports person from each family. Can you imagine, with the kind of population our country has and with the competition that we have within, we can really make a difference and make India as a sports sub-hub of the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohini. That was really impressive. I hope the sports minister is impressed by this and we can see you wearing the flag for our next Olympics. Thank you so much. So can we have the next volunteer, please? Aishwarya?
I'll go, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So other than 8, 1 to 10, any elevator, please feel free to choose.
1, please.
Elevator 1. All right. So you know who this is. So you have to convince our CEO, Mr. Arun Viksheshwaran, to make you the next CEO. Over to you, Aishwarya.
Good afternoon, Arun. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since we saw you in the Bangalore office. I'm so glad I ran into you. I hear that there's been some search going on for the next CEO. We've interacted a lot. I know that you see the amazing things that I can bring to the table, and not just as a lawyer, but even as a person who from a non-technical background can look at all the business side of things. And I think that is the need of the hour, today's day and age. I also have some not working knowledge of marketing and promotion as such. And I also know that to actually run a company while knowing the grassroots level is very important. Projecting yourself and being able to walk into boardrooms and speak is just as important. And I think I can do a very good job with that. If if you think I need some training, I'm more than happy to undertake that. I have an excellent working relationship with all the executives in the company already, and I'm more than happy to sit down and have lunch with everybody in the company. So I think I'm your person. Let me know what you think. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for that wonderful pitch. I'm sure if you would have seen the video, he will consider you as the next contender as well. So maybe I'll try to share the video with Arun through some medium. Thank you. Thank you so much. So can I have the next volunteer, please?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gaurav. So you can choose your elevator.
I think Sharad has taken a long pause. Counter, I think you are noting it down, right? Okay, I think there is some technical issue.
Yeah, I think it's frozen.
Yeah, it's quite scary to keep seeing Arun's face on the screen.
Yeah, I think now it feels good like you guys are sitting in different room. Otherwise, we'll get to know.
Yeah, sorry. I hope I'm visible now and audible now.
Yeah, Sharad. Yeah.
Okay.
That's one
perfect.
for the books, Sharad. Counters counting the balls.
Okay. So actually, I'm in office. This was not supposed to happen. Apparently, my internet some issue happened. Sorry for that. So maybe we can continue. I was just looking for the elevator number, Gaurav.
I will go with 10.
Okay. And my screen is visible, right?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, perfect. So this is your elevator. Here you go. You have to convince Jeff Bezos, who's Amazon's founder, to invest in Radisys. Over to you, Gaurav.
Okay. Yeah. So hello, Mr. Bezos. I got to know like some days back you left your post at Amazon. So I believe like many of big leaders, they are going for some like different activities. Like after leaving their post, they are going for a different set of activities. Like few people are going for like natural welfare, few people are going to support humanity. I believe you might also have the similar kind of idea in your mind. And as in Radisys, we also work in that fashion. So it's not about just building technology, but we also work on like how these technologies can support to all the people, like whoever are at different economic classes, right? So we build our product in a fashion so that it will be easily accessible for all those people. So I believe like in our company, you will get a lot of variety of products and a lot of like products which are having this goodwill behind the our directors and CEO, they are having these goodwill behind all the projects. So I believe if you just meet them or maybe like if you just let us know any suitable time for you, then I will try to arrange that meeting and we can discuss more about it. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. I hope Bezos is impressed and he'll do some huge investment so that we'll get a much better variable pay next year. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So can I ask for the next volunteer, please? I guess we have only Chitra and yeah, Chitra. So your elevator number?
Okay. 4.
4. All right, elevator number 4. You have Sri Ratan Tata with us. So you have to convince him, impress him to gift you a Jaguar car. Over to you, Chitra.
Hello, Mr. Tata. First of all, let me tell you what a big fan of yours I am. Not just me, I think the entire country is a huge fan of yours. Your humility and the way you conduct yourself, and you inspire generations of people, not just because you are the former CEO of Tata and Sons, but also because of the way you conduct yourself. You are such a philanthropist. I think one way you can prove it is when an ordinary engineer who doesn't even know how to drive can take a Jaguar to her office every day in Kadubisnarli Junction full of traffic. I think like every inch of the way, if she moves and people see what a great car it is, I think everybody in Bangalore is on that road in that traffic. There is no better advertisement for that. I don't even know how to drive, and if I can drive in that traffic, it is a like there is no better proof needed or no better advertisement needed for your car. I think it is a wonderful way. It's just going to cost you like a crore and a half. And I will bear the petrol expense. You don't have to worry about it. It's a one time expenditure. I mean, you're going to pay crores to celebrities and hire a marketing agency and then keep on paying royalty to people. I think this is an excellent idea. People will see these things running on the road. And what better way for you to also see how people also to see that Tata donates to software engineers as well. I'm sure. Please consider this, Mr. Tata. Done. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chitra. Hope to see you soon in a Jaguar car, brand new. Hope to see that in our MLCP car parking in Radisys office. Thank you so much. So I think now there is no option of volunteering. We have only one more to participate. So Vikash, if you could select your elevator number, please.
Number 9.
All right, this is your elevator number 9. So Lewis Hamilton is a Formula One former champion. So you have to convince Hamilton to let you drive his Formula One car. That's a $1 million car. So convince him to drive his Formula One car. Over to you.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Hamilton. I know you are a very good driver and you drive Formula One's car. And I don't know about him too much. That you have won so many trophies and championships. But if you will let me drive your car, then I will be very thankful. And it is my dream if I could drive it with you and you can guide me so I can improve some of my skills and of driving. And yeah, I will promote you with my teammates and with my colleagues and in my family. Most of people don't know about you in the rural India. So if you will drive me, that I can take you to some rural Indian trips so that people can know you more about you and you can know the culture of India, and that is all at my end. I think you will be convinced.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikash. I hope you'll get a chance to drive his car. Definitely not on Bangalore roads because Formula One will become a Formula Zero car, I'm sure. So you need to drive at least in some sort of a stadium. I hope you get a chance to do that. So I think that's about it from the table topics. Thank you everyone for your active participation. So the other elevators are still, it's gonna be a suspense. What is behind that elevator? Maybe in some future sessions, I'll reuse this. Okay.
Or maybe
Thank you. So, yeah.
Sharath, maybe we can use one or two again if somebody is interested. We still have some.
Sure. Anyone would like to go again? Give it a second try. I think Aishwarya, I saw hand go up. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll go.
Great. Yeah. So your elevator number?
3, is it done?
No, 3 is still
Okay.
there. All right. This is your elevator 3. You have to impress Karan Johar to cast you in his next movie.
I have one thing to do, and I can do the audition right here. This, I'm sure you will recognize these lines. They're from your most famous movie ever. It's called Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, in case you didn't know. Hello, Mrs. Brightly. Hello. Sugar, would you like some tea? Yes, with a drop of lemon in it. Oh, and something to go with it. Some cookies, please. Cookies! Ha! Lovely! I think that should be good enough as an audition to cast me in your next movie. If that's not enough, I can very much do other Kareena Kapoor roles from other Kareena Kapoor lines from Jab We Met, or even Kajol from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Please, you have found your it girl. Mr. Karan Johar, I'm going to completely steal the show in your movie and your next show. You just have to invite me. Also, biggest fan, big fan, big fan. Thank you. Sorry,
Thank
I got
you
the
so
dramatics
much.
out over there because it is Karan Johar after all.
That was amazing, Aishwarya. I think Chitra, you already have a person for some sort of events for the upcoming Codathon sessions. So
Yeah.
please consider her for drama for sure. Thank you so much,
you.
Aishwarya, for that.
Maybe
So,
we should pause this session and have Aishwarya do some more mimicry.
Another
Yeah.
time, as talent hunt, maybe.
Anybody else would like to give it another shot? You have some more elevators.
This was amazing, Sharath. I stayed on. I had to jump onto another call, but I just couldn't. But lovely being here. Thanks, everyone.
you.
Interesting session. I got a drop off, but thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Rohini.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rohini. Thank you for staying
Bye.
back. Thank you so much. So anybody for the final elevator? Yes, Gaurav, I can see your hand go up. Great.
I will
So
go
we
for number 6.
Number 6. Okay, perfect. This is your elevator number 6. You have President Joe Biden. Convince him to invite you to White House. Over to you.
Yeah, first of all, very good afternoon, President Joe Biden. I know you will not have much time, you'll be a very busy personality, but recently, like some days back when I was working with my team, we have figured out a way how to convert water to oil. So I think you might be interested in that, right? So I'm not joking. It was really like, it was oil which came out in our experiment. So I believe if we meet you, or if you invite us to White House, we can definitely show you how we can achieve it with like very minimal or very cheap set of equipments. And if you have any query or any questions, then what I can do, I can bring my whole team also with me. My Toastmaster team, they are also very eager to, basically all these are technical guys and they work with me, and we all have worked on this particular technology, and we wanted to show it to our president, but we couldn't get his time. But as I have met you in this live, I wish you might be interested, and if we meet you, I think we can meet with other people if you are not interested in this deal. Yeah, I think if you want my number, I can share it with you because maybe you can take your time, and if you feel like it's an interesting deal, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. You proved again that we Indians are number one in Kochi technologies.
It's
Thank you so
Jugaad
much.
technology, right?
Jugaad or Kochi. Yeah, Jugaad technologies. Absolutely.
It's only called Jugaad in India. It's called innovation everywhere else. I think Indians are the smartest people in the world.
Yeah, we can convince anyone in the elevator, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great, great. So, anyone wants to try the final call? All right. So I guess thank you for the active participation, especially for those who took more than once their turns. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm. Hope all of you had good fun. So now I think we can move on towards the evaluation section. Hope everyone had thoroughly enjoyed the table topics segment. So first, I would like to call the tag team now for the evaluations. I would like to request a grammarian report first. So requesting Toastmaster Vikash to present your grammarian report, please. Over to you, Vikash.
Sure, your screen is shared, so maybe you can stop.
Yeah, sure, sure. Let me stop that. Yes, a screen share is stopped. Over to you, Vikash.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a pleasure listening to all of you, and I have found a few excellent use of language like I am your person, and the act which Esmer did was fantastic, and that was very enjoyable. And I'm glad that Sarath and Gaurav used the today's word of day, and I hope you will use it in your future session also. And as part of improvement, I didn't found so much of technical error. There are some errors, but those are not as much attention seeking that I can note them. And actually, I had some problem in my network also today. So I enjoying session, and everyone was fabulous and fluent. And so that's all the grammarian report. And thank you, and over to you, Sarath.
Thank you so much, Vikash, for your report. Now I would like to call upon the next member of tag team. I'd like to call this as the danger report. So I'd like to call upon our counter Aishwarya for our counter report. Over to you, Aishwarya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharad. There's no danger in today's report. I think everybody did really, really well. Well, to start off, I think with table topics, I'm pretty sure I said a couple of times. So I'm going to give myself a couple. Gaurav said slightly more than 5 times. Chitra, I didn't find any problems in the table topic speech at all. Vikash also said or used filler words less than 5 times. Gaurav, in your second speech, again, less than 5 times. I did note the use of the word basically a couple of times, so maybe that can be avoided. As role players, there was a little bit more use of filler words in both Gaurav and Sharat's speech. So I counted slightly less than 10 us and ers filler words. In case of Chitra, I noticed the use of the word so a few times as fillers, but that's about it. And I think overall it has been a very clean session. Over to you again, Toastmaster Sharad.
Thank you so much for the detailed report, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Now I'd like to call upon the next tag team, that is timer report. So for timer report, over to you, Toastmaster Chitra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharad. So I'll be sharing my screen for a quick report. All the contestants today spoke within the given time limit. In fact, hardly anybody crossed the 1 minute 30 seconds either. Also, the meeting started on time, so we were able to start at 1:30, which is a great thing. So Toastmaster Rohini spoke for 1 minute 14 seconds. Aishwarya spoke for 1 minute 20 seconds and 1 minute 5 seconds. Gaurav almost reached 1 minute 30 seconds in both his speeches. And Chitra spoke for 1 minute 50 seconds. And Vikas spoke for 1 minute 17 seconds. So great job, everyone. Only advice for table topics is try to at least reach 2 minutes, including myself. That's an advice, right? So yeah, back to you, Toastmasters.
Chitra, one question: why we have two different bars there?
Huh? Two different bars.
Yeah,
Those I had given
the
twice.
horizontal lines.
Twice you had, you and Aishwarya had spoken twice, no?
Okay, okay. No, but the length is different now. That's why.
Once you, oh, okay, I don't know.
Oh, right. Good observation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
It
point.
feels like the first time we spoke very less, like just
Yeah,
10 seconds or
correct.
20 seconds.
I believe that's because of the use of the colon as opposed to a point.
Dot,
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe,
Now that's
yes.
called good observation.
We're learning
Yeah.
graphs in Excel along with speaking.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's good, like a good
Yeah.
representation.
So, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chitra, for sharing the screen and the detailed report. Now I would like to request Toastmaster Gaurav for, I think the links are already there. Requesting all of the participants today to please take this time to give your valuable feedbacks and votes. Please prioritize voting first, and you can use the time later as well to give your feedbacks. All right, while we are submitting our votes, I wanted to quickly check if any quick feedbacks, any observations, any suggestions from anyone.
I'm wondering if more of us are coming to office more regularly. Should we start offline sessions?
Or maybe hybrid. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
A hybrid
Yeah.
session, maybe a hybrid session.
Yeah, we can try
Yeah.
that.
But having said that, I am not coming regularly.
No,
Or maybe we
think
can
again-
circulate a voting button, a mailer with a voting button before the next session, asking if you'll be attending online or in person. So if more people have replied with in person, then we can look for a room and try to do it as an offline. But that being said, yes, of course, we'll have to do it at least as a hybrid so that those who are not here in person can also attend.
I think we should also, I know this is an issue because role takers don't take up roles fast enough, but I think we should have some kind of a deadline before like role takers or something like that. At least by Monday of the week, we should have some, at least the TMOD needs to be ready with like the things like that, because that way just making the poster becomes like a non-Wednesday morning rush hour thing.
Yeah.
And maybe we can introduce some kind of a rule of some sort in the club itself. And I spoke to a few people today in office for the first time, so I will encourage them to come and join the sessions, etc. But if things go up earlier on Yammer or even like circulated via email, people might even take time out, to say, okay, this is something that's interesting. Let me just see what it's like and go and attend.
Yeah,
Also,
sure.
maybe we can. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying that I would like to second that. It's a good idea if we somehow try to get the role takers faster, and if we can send out the communication maybe by Monday itself, we can see, I think, the difference in participation as well with the poster if it goes out by Monday in Yammer and other mediums. Yeah, Chitra, you were saying something.
Can we create like next 2-3 meetings? Like I just put it together, the role players, so that I mean, earlier this we used to do long back. So let's say, for example, if next meeting I'm supposed to be either the speaker or any role player, right? If I don't, if for whatever reason I'm not able to make it to the meeting, I can. It should become my responsibility to find an alternate role player or speaker, even if I get somebody from outside, or let's say I ping Gaurav and ask him to get somebody. But I mean, I should be like trying to get the other person, and not, it shouldn't become Harshita's job to do that, right? And if we have a list of people who are going to take up, tag team is still okay, at least all like TMOD and speaker in advance, then I mean, those people can also prepare in advance instead of having to ping for every meeting, right?
Yeah. So Chitra, you mentioned like in our mails, we can ask for next 2 sessions, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can start doing it, because if we have TMOD and speakers available, then I think it is easier to conduct the whole session.
Yeah.
Because table topics and tag team, we can still find out in the later phase.
Correct.
Yeah, I think we'll work on that.
So have the votes come up?
Yeah.
Gaurav?
Those things are ready with me. Let me just share my screen.
Okay, so then over to you to present the awards for the day.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Gaurav. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if it is visible. Is it visible now?
Not. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have all seen the best role player award goes to Toastmaster Sharat. So Sharat, it was a wonderful job, and that pitch thing was very nice. I think initially everyone felt like where to start with and what to say, but after some time everyone was comfortable, and you explained it really well. So it was a very nice presentation. And the last.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And the next award is best table topic speaker. So it was like neck to neck there, but we have our clear winner. So that award goes to Toastmaster Aishwarya.
I think neck to neck would be which one of her speeches?
No. It was between US speech and Aishwarya's speech. Yeah. So
Thank you.
Yeah. So with this, we have reached to the end of our today's meeting, and I would like to thank all of you. I think all of us are busy, and other people are also busy with the production related activities. So it's been very difficult to find the role players, and I believe in our next session also we might face it. But if we start now, maybe we'll get some speakers and some role players, and we can try to find more role players from the other clubs. So let's hope we'll get it. And again, thanks for joining the session and making it as a fun-filled session. So thank you for that. So with that, I would like to close our today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.